To find out how I got this goddess bohemian styled hair today, keep on watching. It's Chelina Chol and welcome to my channel. First, we start off by sectioning your hair. I like sectioning my hair off into 4 different parts. Pin it up, get it out of my way. I section my hair off in rows. Use jam to keep the hair separate. Get some braiding hair. Make one end longer than the other because you only need a little bit of it for just to anchor the roots of your hair and give your natural hair more support. I also advise doing this hairstyle when your hair is not blow dried because it leads to more attention on your hair. Here I am just braiding it down, and towards the end you will see me tie it in a knot. So for the hair, I take one piece of strand and loop it around the entire braid and pull it through that same loop. And then take that piece of string and part it into 2 pieces and tie it into a knot with each other. And voila, that's how I secure. Here is another close-up. And for the hair, we got Freetress hair at the beauty supply store. Boy, do I have some stories to tell you about my hair. So first things first, I cut it off because I wanted black roots. But if you see at the end, there's no black roots. But I bought a pack of black hair and just braided it, wrapped it around the top, like you typically do when you're doing faux locks. So you take the hair and wrap it around itself. I would pull it a little bit as I'm going down to make it a little messier for the bohemian look. Come to find out, I don't like the messy look. Put the nail glue on there and then attached a second piece. This one was hard to blend and make it look natural. The beauty supply store I went to did not have hair that like blended together, but they did have it with like black and like a sandy blonde. This is the piece I was talking about. It's like black at the top and then it just blends it on itself, so it made it a lot easier. So here I am just wrapping it around. I use nail glue at the beginning to start it. I decided the extra hair was not necessary and I'd use the crochet method. So I would take the crochet needle and put it between the loop, put it underneath the braid, loop it through and pull it out, and make it a little messy by pulling it apart and continue wrapping it as usual. One end I would pull and make longer than the other as I was wrapping it. Add a little more glue and keep going. Oh, look at that, Chill Styles. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my hair page. So I pulled it like pretty tight. So as you can tell, I didn't really want them to be a loose style, which is super pretty for a lot of people, but I think it just wasn't my style. But it is an option. As you're just wrapping, you just pull out a piece and then keep wrapping it around, pull out a piece, and as you're going down. I needed 2 pieces for each lock. So after I was down at the bottom, I'd put nail glue and then just add another piece. I mixed it up to get like a variety of colors. Here we go again, looping it under, through, pulling it through. It's kind of tight, the braids are kind of tight, so be gentle. Mess it up, pull it apart a little bit, leave it a little long, measure how long you want it, and then start wrapping. This is exhausting work. I think it took me 3 to 4 days. This probably took me like 3 to 4 days doing it by myself. I even had my cousins helping me in the back, which hurt a lot. That's why I always do my own hair, because I'm really tender-handed. So you see me adding a second piece because one just isn't long enough. I wanted them super long. This hair color, this pack of hair, don't ever get it, ever in your life. It's terrible. It's the worst hair. It like falls out. It doesn't stay in place at all. You need just the right curl. That Freetress hair is the perfect curl to use. This one was too soft, as you can tell, it was silky, but I loved the color. I love the color, so I'm just like, oh, let me make it work, let me force it. Terrible idea. What I really should have done is gone online and looked for the perfect hair color I wanted. That was the Freetress texture. Freetress is the perfect texture because it's thick, but still soft enough so it looks messy. So after I was done, I decided I wanted to add a pink or like red piece at the bottom of one. It was like dyeing of hair piece or something. It was okay. I think would have worked better if I had like just dipped that dread in watercolors. Maybe dipping it in watercolors would have been better. I took another accent piece and then I started adding beading to them. Normally when you add beads to it, you take the end of it and loop it over the last bead and tie it with a rubber band. But since these were curly at the bottom, I wanted the curl to show off. So instead I left it straight and just tied rubber bands at the bottom. I had to put a couple rubber bands on it because the beads were pretty big. I didn't want it to fall through. Some of the bigger dreads, they didn't fall through, so they stayed in place. But otherwise, just had to put a bunch of rubber bands on it to make sure it was secure and it was not going to fall through, so I could leave the curls at the bottom. Other jewels I added, there's these cute little heart-shaped jewels. All these jewels I found at my local beauty supply store. I also got some shells. So the shells were a little difficult to put on. You have to open up the ring and then stick it through your hair, and it wouldn't stay in place. So I had to literally like stick it through the dread to lock it in like it was some keys or something. So here we are, the finished product. I went and just put a little makeup on, a lot of makeup on. I hope you guys liked this hair tutorial, and if it was helpful, just know that you can do your hair yourself at home. And yeah, see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.